Education policies. Deng Xiaoping far-ranging educational reform policy which involves all levels of the education system aimed to narrow the gap between the China and the other developing countries. Thus, the modernization education was critically to modernize the China's, which include the devolution of and educational management from the central to the local level as the means choose to improve the education system. Centralized authority was not abundant, however, as evidenced by the creation of the State Education Commission. Academically, the goal of reform were to enhance and universalize elementary and junior middle school education, to increase the number of schools and qualified teachers, and to develop vocational and technical educational uniform standard for curricula, textbook, examination, and teacher qualification, especially at the middle school level, was established, and a considerable autonomy and the variation in and among the autonomous region, province, and the special municipalization were allowed. Further, the system of the enrollment and job assessment in a higher education was changed, and excess government control over challenge and universities was reduced. However, the education system of the PRC still discouraged the innovation and independent thinking, causing delays in even such a high-profile national project as the ZZ fifth generation jet fighter. Education system. Compulsory education laws. The laws on 9-year compulsory education, which took effect on July 1st, 1996, establishment requirements and deadlines for the attaining universal education, tailoring to the local condition, and guaranteed school-age children the right to receive at least 9 years of education. People's Congress at the various local levels were within the certain guideline, and according to the local condition to the decide the step methods and deadlines for the implementing 9-year compulsory education in the accordance with the guidelines formulated by the central authorities. The program sought to bring rural areas which had 4 to 6 years of compulsory schooling into line with their urban counterparts. Education departments were exhorted to train millions of skilled workers for all trades and profession, and to offer guideline curricula and methods to compare with the reforms program and modernization needs. Provincial level authorities were to develop plans, enact degrees and rules, distribute funds to continue the administrative directly. A few key secondary schools. Country authorities were to distribute funds to each township government, which was to make up for any deficiencies. Country authorities were to supervise education and teaching, and to manage their own senior middle schools teachers in service training schools, agriculture vocational schools, and exemplary primary and junior middle schools. The remaining schools were to be managed separately by the country and the township authorities. The compulsory education laws divided China into 3 categories: cities and economically developed areas in the coastal provinces, and a small number of the developed areas in the hinterland, towns and villages with the medium development, and the economically backward areas. By November 1985, the first category, the larger cities and approximately 20% of the countries, mainly in the more developed coastal and southern areas of China, had achieved universal 9-year education. By 1990, cities economically developed areas in the coastal provincial level units, and a small number of the developed interior areas, approximately 25% of China's population are areas where junior middle schools were already popularized, were targeted to have universal junior middle school education. Education planner had envisions that by the mid-1990s, all workers and the staff in coastal areas, inland cities, and moderately developed areas with a combined population of 300 million to the 400 million people would have either compulsory 9-year or a vocational education, and that 5% of the people in these areas would have an college education, building a solid intellectual foundation for China. Further, the planner expected that the secondary education and the university entrance would have increased by the year 2000. The second category, targeted under the 9-year compulsory education laws, consisted of towns and villages with the medium level development. Around 50% of China's population were universally education was expected to reach the junior middle school level by 1995. Technically, and higher education was projected to develop at the same rate. The third category, economically backward areas, around 25% of the China's population were to popularize basic education without a timetable and at a various level of according to the local economic development thought the state would strive to support educational development. The state also would assist education in minority national areas in the past rural areas which lacked a standardized and universal primary education system had produced generations of an illiteracy. Only 60% of their primary schools graduate had met established standards. As a future example of the government's commitment to the 9-year compulsory education, in January 1996, the State Council drafted a bill based at the 14th session of the Standing Committee of the 6th National People's Congress that made it illegal for an organization of individuals to employ youth before they had completely their 9 years of schooling. The bill also authorized free education subsidies for the students whose families and financial difficulties. Tuition-free primary education is, despite the compulsory education law, still a target rather than a realized goal throughout China, as many families have difficulty paying school fees. Some children are forced to leave school earlier than the 9-year goal. The 9-year system is called the 9-year one policy in China's. It usually refers to the educational integration of this elementary school and middle school. After graduating from elementary school, graduates can directly enter into the junior middle school, and the grades in schools that implemented the 9-year system are usually called grade 1, grade 2, and so on through grade 9. Main features of the 9-year system: continuity. Students finish education from the elementary school to the middle school. The primary of the proximity students enter into the nearby schools instead of the middle school entrance examination. Unity schools that carry out the 9-year system practice a unified management in the school administration, teaching, and the educations.